guest uh, instruction from all the way in Clayton, North Carolina. We have Noreen from Atlanta, and she and Letitia and Catherine and Noreen are organizing the Southern Sampler all-day workshop on May 8th. And so stick around to learn more about that. I'm going to let the people who actually are qualified to speak on it. I don't want to take away any of your restorative time further with my chatter. So bring your hands to the tops of your thighs with your palms facing up. Bring your mind into your breath and follow your breath as it moves into your body. And let the awareness settle into the body more deeply, even as the breath leaves. So that every exhalation softens the lower back and draws the sitting bones down. And let that softness move up into your face so that your jaw, the muscles around your mandible soften and relax. So that even though your mouth remains closed, your chin drops subtly towards your throat. And let the muscles around your eyes relax so that your eyeballs subtly drop back into your skull and drop down towards your heart center. And feel how the relaxation of the muscles around the jaw and the eyes causes any furrow in the brow to soften and smooth. Just adding to that release that comes as you exhale. Inhaling, bring your hands up to the side of your head with your fingertips together and your palms slightly cupped. Exhaling, draw your hands through your mind and gather up some of that tranquility and softness that you are creating there. Inhale and exhaling. Unite that feeling of softness with your heart center. And loosen up any tightness that you might feel in your chest. Inhaling, bring your hands up to the side of your head again. And exhaling, as you move your hands through your mind, imagine that your brain is an adorable little pug dog and that you're just patting it slightly, gently with your hands. And that as the little doggy mind feels you petting it, it softens, doesn't even wake up from its nap, but you can tell that it's a little bit more relaxed. Inhale, exhaling. Unite that feeling of warmth and comfort with your heart center. Then 2 more times, practice the self-care that you came for in this restorative class, working with your breath, turning the mind placid, calm, open. And with your hands at your heart center, let's take an inhalation. Chant 3 ohms to prepare the body for this restorative class by creating a tuning fork effect. Feel these vibrations rolling through your body and creating even more softness, loosening up anything that is tight. Exhaling, bow your head. Feel a sense of receptivity and openness. Inhaling, lift your chin. Slowly open your eyes and release your hands. Sweep across your legs and take your arms up and overhead. And drop your chin to your chest. Concentrate on the downward root and the softness in your throat and the length of the back of your neck. Then stretch your hands out to the side. Lift your chin as your arms come down to your side and twist to the right. Inhaling, come back to center and twist to the left. And straighten your legs. And contract and release your quadriceps 9 times. After 9 quad pumps, bring your feet together into Gustasana. And exhale fully into the tops of your thighs to start to open the hip flexor, releasing any tension contained between your acetabulum of your iliums and the ball of the femur bone. Now open your feet like a book. And with your feet staying open with the power of your concentration, bring your hands up to the tops of your thighs. And gently coax your legs out a little bit further. and only downward because of the consequence of the outward spread. Now close your feet with your mind, close your knees with your hands, straighten your legs, and contract and release your quadriceps 3 more times. Get your props out of the way. Come on to your back with your legs together. And make sure that you're able to bring your hands all the way up and over your head and also out into a T position. We're going to open up the back of the body and prepare for our restoratives with the morning series. So take your hands overhead, bring your feet together. And on your next exhalation, stretch your heels away from your hands, lift your fingertips away from your heels, and lift your belly. Inhaling, release the stretch. And exhaling, find space all the way from your heels through your fingertips, opening the body so that as we relax into our restoratives, we'll find more openness to do so. And then do this one more time on your next exhalation. Inhale, and on your next exhalation, move your toes away from the body and back towards the shin with enough of a sense of purpose so that you gently rock the body back and forth. Pause as you inhale, and then do this 2 more times. Feeling the comfort that comes as you stimulate the cerebral spinal fluid with this rocking action. After you've done 3 total foot flaps, bring your legs into a circular motion. Start doing foot circles from the ankle on down. Don't necessarily get the knees involved. Just open the tops of the ankles. Stretch the Achilles tendon as the feet rotate in a clockwise motion. Pause as you inhale and change directions until you have done a total of 3 on both sides. And once you've done 3 foot rotations on both sides, working with your breath, bring your hands out into T position. And keeping your right leg straight, pick your right leg up and place the right Achilles tendon between the first and second toe of the left foot. Bring your left hand to your right shoulder. And on your next exhalation, lift your right hip up to twist to the left. Look over at your right hand. Inhaling, come back to center and change sides. Bring your left Achilles tendon to the big toe and second toe of the right foot. Bring your right hand to your left shoulder and move to the right. Look to the left. And gently open the back of the body with this twist. And do that 2 more times on each side. Straight right leg on top with your left hand on your right shoulder, moving to the left, and vice versa. And after you've done 3 of the straight leg twists, bend your right knee, bring your right foot to the top of your left thigh, just above the knee. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee. And exhaling, pull the right knee to the left as you look to the right. Inhaling, come back to center and change sides. Take your left leg on top of your right leg and pull your left knee over to the right side with the right hand. Do this 2 more times. And after a total of 3 bent knee twists, bring your hands up and overhead with your legs straight and together. On your next exhalation, bend your right knee in towards your chest, capture the knee with your hands and bring your chins up to meet it. Inhaling, stretch your hands up overhead. And exhaling, bend your left knee into chest, capture it with your hands and bring your chin up to meet it. Do this 2 more times as bent knee twists, right leg in, releasing the lower back. Sorry, what? I'm sorry, just the knee into chest. Y'all know what I meant. And after you've done 3 of the single leg into chest moves, go double leg into chest. Move the sacrum away from the head to release the lumbar area of the back. And after you've done 3 of the double knees, keep your head on the ground, but bend your knees back into chest again. And now while you are here, let's not immediately roll over to the right side as we normally do, but soften your right side of the back so that it becomes longer and softer, and the movement of your hip away from your head as the back softens is what starts to tilt you over to the right. Just let yourself release to the right. Don't come all the way tipped over, but find that fine point. And then inhale and exhaling. Bring yourself back to the middle. And bring your weight, your awareness into the left side. Just soften the left side of your waist and your back. Move the sacrum and the head away from one another with that release and feel that tilting you over to the left. Inhale, exhaling, come back to center. Once again, bring your awareness to the left side waist and make your right side waist and make your right side waist long, relaxed, and allow that release to tilt you to the right. Inhale, and exhaling, come back to center. And go over to the left side with the same action or lack of action of release rather than using the muscles to do it. Release the muscles to do it. Inhale and exhaling, come back to center. And let's do this 1 more time on both sides. And after you have done both sides, straighten both legs, find your strap, and take your right leg up into Supine Gustasana. Hold this for 3 breaths. Moving the right hip forward. Opening up your right hamstring. Now bend your right knee, lower your right leg, and take the left leg up. And bend your left knee, lower your left leg. Let's do this 2 more times on each side, but just hold for 2 breaths. Just move the hip forward and feel the hamstring opening. And after you have done a total of 3 on both sides, bring your hands up and over your head. Go through 3 more full body extensions to cement all of the opening that you have created in this nice leisurely morning series.
After your 3rd full body stretch, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. Roll to your right side. Pause there for just a moment. And then use your left hand to lift yourself up to a seated position, letting your head make its way up last. And then come a little closer to your screen so you can see. If you're far away, I know all of a sudden that was Whitney, and now it's someone else that have brought you out of our morning series. My name's Catharine Eberhart, and I am the director and owner of Purna Yoga East. And it's an honor for me to be in our Purna Yoga East home studio, visiting you all in your home studios, and being with Letitia and Whitney in the Purna Yoga 828 studio. So, hello. It's an honor for me to share this program that we're putting together on May 8th, the retreat, the Southern Sampler Retreat. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be an incredible opportunity for you to care for yourself. I just took a class this morning that was very upbeat and vigorous with Bob at Purna Yoga East, and then transitioning to this class with Whitney has been so lovely. I'm like, oh, this feels really good for the noon reset. So you'll have an entire day full of things. And one of the activities that I'll work with you is on massage. I'm also a massage therapist. So the massage that we'll do is a myofascial massage. And today we'll have just a little sample of it. So bring your hands by your ears as if you were going to mental center, and close your eyes. And just notice the activity of your mind in the way that your hands feel collecting the activity of your mind. Take a breath in, and then exhaling. The mind soft gather. Inhale, gather the mind into the center channel of your body. And as you exhale, bring the mind down and into your heart. And then softly open your eyes. And with your left hand, we'll start on the thumb pad. We're going to do just a little hand myofascial massage on our hand. So massage the thumb pad. And then where your knuckle and the index finger pad is, give a little massage there, focusing on the pad side more than the knuckle, the top knuckle. Give a little massage there. Do the middle finger, same way. And feel yourself caring for your body. Your hands are what create from your heart and offer out into the world. And then the ring finger. And then on your pinky finger. Now come down onto your thumb and let's work between each digit of your thumb all the way to the tip. And then on the first finger, the index finger. You don't have to hold your hand up as high as I'm holding it. You can have your arm be comfortable in any position. I just want you to be able to see what I'm doing. And then on the middle finger. And the tip of that finger. And then move to the ring finger. Relax your shoulders. And notice how it feels just to pause and be with yourself. Be with your hands, these gifts that create from your heart. Massage the tip of your finger, and then move to the little pinky finger. Now, lift both of your hands and just notice the difference in your right hand that you just massaged and the left hand. And one of them probably feels a little more attentive, a little more awake, a little more receptive. So place the hands by your ears as if you were going to center again and observe that difference from the right hand and your left hand. Which one can tune in to your body, into your senses more astutely from that gentle myofascial massage? And then open your eyes, release your hands, and give me a thumbs up if you can feel a difference, the right and the left side. Yeah, that's it. It's a big difference. So just a little bit of work can affect a tremendous change. So let's balance that out before we center and get lopsided. So massage the thumb pad. Make yourself comfortable. Yeah, you can be on your bolsters or a blanket or a chair. And we'll get comfortable on our Southern sampler. We'll make ourselves really comfortable and play some beautiful music and have a grand time in the myofascial massage section of the retreat. So work yourself through each of the knuckles, ring finger to the pinky. And then work the individual sections of your finger in between each of the joints. During the retreat, which you'll get a recording of afterwards, so you can repeat it for the next couple of weeks after, I'll talk more specifically about pressure points in your hand, pressure points in the feet that we can work. So just continue working the fingers, the benefits, and just have fun enjoying caring for your body. Because we haven't been able to get massages for at least down in Clayton. I've been shut down. My massage therapy studio's been shut down for going on 8 weeks now. And so we're hoping that we can open back up again and you all will go get a massage from your favorite therapist in Asheville. Asheville's loaded with great body workers up there. But for now, you'll get some little time with yourself, caring for yourself. All right. And then now that you've got both hands, lift both hands by your ears. Inhale. And as you exhale, center your mind, knowing that the work you've done has made your hands more sensitive to feel the energy of your mind. Inhale. And as you exhale, gently guide your mind back down into your heart. And feel your heart flow through the arms, through the elbows, the forearms, your wrist, into the palms of your hands that you just cared for. With a gentle myofascial massage. And then open your eyes. Thank you so much for being with us. And Letitia, I can't wait to do some more restorative work with you. So
oh, it's going to be beautiful. So let's all just sit comfortably again. Thank you, Catherine, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's center the mind 3 more times at our own pace, just reaping the benefits of that work. And as you use your hands to center the mind, gather up any distractedness in your mind, scattered thoughts, or maybe it's just a song that's stuck in your head. And slide the mind down that ray of light and into your heart. Just coaxing the mind to focus on that light and beautiful feeling that lies within you. 3 times total, move through this technique. Feel that increased sensitivity that you gained just in that short amount of time in working with your hands. When you were just a fetus in your mother's womb, the cells of your heart and the cells of your hands were some of the first cells to begin forming. They are the same cells. The cells of your heart and the cells of your hands are the same cells. And then exhaling, just release your hands and gently open your eyes. Just take a moment. Pause. Feel gratitude for your arms, your hands. And let's keep that sense of opening our heart, opening our shoulders, allowing energy to flow through our hands with our next 2 restorative poses. You'll need a blanket for these poses, and I'll just show you how we'll work with the blanket. So ultimately, you're going to want a blanket that is long enough to be the length of your spine. And you're going to roll that blanket up. So that your spine from your sacrum all the way to your head can be supported by the blanket. So come up for a moment. And then Whitney, Go ahead and start sitting on the end of the blanket. And then lie back so that your head is on the blanket. Now, Whitney's a pretty long guy, so I'm going to give him an extra little support. So lift your head. And then bend your knees, place your feet on the ground and knock your knees together. So this is the starting position. And then you can let your arms rest down by your sides. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable in this position. If you do not have a blanket, wave at me and I will give you some different options, because you could even just ultimately use your yoga mat too. Yes, exactly, Nancy. You've got it. Roll it that way. Yeah. And then Marisha, bring your knees together and your feet a little wider. Yeah, feet much. Yeah, so the knees just sort of knock into each other. There you go. Now you can give me the thumbs up if you're comfortable in this position. Okay, beautiful. Good. Now here's the focus. Turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Give your arms plenty of space away from your body. And then work with the sensation of the shoulder blades and the left and the right side of the body moving away from each other. And cultivate the feeling of that blanket that is running along the entirety of your spine, moving from the back body to the front body, as your spine and your body just drapes to the left and the right over the blanket. We're going to do two different things with the blanket. Do not be surprised if you prefer one over the other. And then you know that these are positions that you can put yourself in quickly and easily to just bring a little bit more openness into your chest and more mobility around the shoulder blades. It seems that people with straighter spines tend to prefer this one that you're in right now, and people with curvier spines tend to like the second one that we'll do in a moment. Use your breath to allow the body to just drape over the blanket, left and right. Feel as if the blanket is running north-south through your body, allowing the east and the west to move away from each other. See light in your heart spreading out to the left, to the right, to the east, to the west, all the way down to those hands that are still feeling the benefit of that myofascial work. Take one more deep breath. And then exhaling, roll over onto your right side and just pause there for 3 breaths. And after taking 3 slow, deep breaths, slowly bring yourself up to a seated position. And then remember, the blanket was running north-south. Now you're going to position it so it'll be east-west. And then you're going to lie on it so that the bottom tips of the shoulder blades and your shoulders are on the head side of the blanket. And the rest of your torso and legs are on the back side of the blanket. So go ahead and come into that way. You want your arms to be able to clear the blanket in a T position. Some people really enjoy having the legs straight in this pose, but if for any reason this creates any discomfort in your low back, then bend your knees, place your feet back on the ground, widely spaced, knocking your knees back together again. You also might find that a little blanket or a pillow under your head is more comfortable for you as well. Would you like a little blanket or do you feel good? Okay. Lift your head. And are you warm enough? Okay, good. So you can always cover yourself up with a blanket as well. Okay, so again, just give me a thumbs up if you're comfortable here. Okay, good. Good. So now it's not so much that the body is opening east-west as it is that the body is opening north-south. Focus on your exhalations. If your blanket roll feels like it's too high for you, you can always come out and kind of flatten it down a little bit. And then drop the tops of your shoulders down towards the mat. And as you inhale, feel the front bottom ribs lifting up. Yeah, Nancy, that looks good. Nancy, is that more comfortable? Good, good. And come back to that image of light in your heart. Spreading all the way out into your fingers. Relish this opportunity to just be, to be comfortable. Notice if you prefer this version or the previous one. And remember that both of these are tools in your toolbox to create a little more mobility in your spine, your shoulder girdle, openness in your chest. Take 3 more deep breaths here. And then bend your knees. Place your feet on the ground. And roll over to your right side. And then slowly bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. So we have about 12 minutes left of class. So usually at this time, I like to tell you what's coming up and then give you the opportunity to stay a little longer in one pose before transitioning to the next. So we have 2 poses left, right? We just did some back bending work. So now we're going to do a forward fold, and then our final pose will be Shavasana. So we're going to do Balasana and then Shavasana. So I'll show you the setup and some possible variations for Balasana. I want you to stay in this pose as long as it is serving you and it feels comfortable. And when it's no longer the case, you'll just transition into a supine Shavasana that feels good. Maybe that means a blanket underneath your knees or a bolster or what have you. But let's look at and if you are a seasoned professional and you know your Balasana, please feel free to go ahead and set up, right? But Whitney is going to use a bolster. He knows that he also needs a little bit of a blanket for that as well, to create enough lift so that the spine stays parallel to the ground. And then as he comes down into the pose, for him, he likes to have another little blanket so that he feels contact between the sitting bones and the heels, keeping the spine parallel. And then he's given himself a little roll of a remnant under his forehead so that he has space for his nose to breathe, and he keeps his forehead resting on something. So you could use a pillow, another blanket for this. And then of course, if you are chilly, cover yourself up. Would you like your hoodie or anything? Okay. So your 3 points of focus here is that most importantly, the spine is parallel to the ground. And then secondly, that your forehead is resting on something. And then thirdly, if there's a lot of space between your sitting bones and your heels, it might be more comfortable for you to fill in that space with another blanket or bolster, pad, pillow. Keeping our head in this position with the forehead on a surface rather than tilting the head to the left or the right is actually what makes this pose even more relaxing and releasing for the vagus nerve, which is a very long nerve that runs through the body, runs through some of our abdominal organs. And when it relaxes, it takes us even deeper into a restorative pose, deeper into our parasympathetic mode of the nervous system. So stay here in this position as long as it feels comfortable to you. And when that's no longer the case, shift into a supine Shavasana position. And again, just enjoy this opportunity to be with your body, to care for yourself, to nourish the nerves, and allow the brain to become even more calm and peaceful. Transition into a supine Shavasana whenever that feels appropriate for you. Stay in this Balasana as long as it serves you. And now, even if Balasana is still comfortable, slowly lift yourself up, head last, and make your way into a supine Shavasana. And even as you let the body and the bones of the body drop down with your long, smooth, deep exhalations, see that white light in your heart, holding the feeling of love. And let that light spread out to all the cells of your body. Slowly bring your awareness back to your breath. Deepen your inhalations. And almost reluctantly bend your right knee, place your right foot on the ground. Do the same with your left. And exhaling, roll over to your right. Stay there for at least 3 breaths. And then inhaling, bring yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Sit comfortably with your hands at your heart. Let's mark the end of our time together with 3 soft ohms. So inhale to join. Exhaling, bow your head with gratitude. Gratitude for this time to be with yourself. Gratitude for all of the teachers of Purna Yoga, including Aadil and Savitri. And then inhaling, lift your head, gently open your eyes, release your hands. Namaste.
Namaste.
I love how everybody always looks softer after this class.